Welcome back. Well, as promised, it is time to now boil this down to stocks. Qs overall are looking good. The Gift Nifty is telling us that we'll probably get a positive start. There you go, implied open another 95 points higher. What about individual stocks? What should we have our eye on? Well, our research team is standing by with the CNBC-TV18 list of top stocks to watch. Hi guys, morning. Nimesh, I'm sure you have a busy day ahead. Lots of big blocks and a lot of them featuring marquee MNCs today.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the markets are going to be quite busy as well. 4 or 5 blocks, QIPs as well. But on the biggest block, which is Vodafone Idea, or for that matter, Indus Tower, we all knew last evening that Vodafone is looking to sell close to 10% stake in Indus Tower today via block deal. Now it's been upsized to almost 18%. So they'll sell nearly $1.8 billion. That's the kind of block we're going to see in Indus Tower today. The indicative price is between 310 to 341, which means up to 10% discount to yesterday's closing price. In terms of buyers, I understand one of the domestic mutual fund is an anchor investor. Some larger FIs are going to participate, so as some hedge funds, and the existing shareholder will also participate in a small way. Now, post the block deal, there's going to be some free float adjustment as well. So on a 10% stake sale, MSCI inflow would have been close to 70 million. And on FTSE, the inflow could have been close to 36 million. So a large block, Vodafone now, what I understand, is going to sell not 1 billion, but 1.8 billion via stake sale in Indus Tower today.
Nimesh, thanks a lot for that, and you'd given us a heads up on that as well, so congratulations on that. And I think because that book could be upsized, that's why the inflows could be a little higher at around $200 million odd. But let's hop across to Abhishek. He's here to tell us about a couple of other large trades that could take place. Morning, Abhishek.
Morning, Nigel. So, sources do tell CNBC-TV18 that there will be a block in ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited. Now, the seller is WAPCO Asia Private Limited. The floor price has been set at 14,980 per share, which is at a steep discount of more than 13% to yesterday's closing price. The offer size is about 1,423 crores, which is about 5% of the equity. So, the stake could move from 75% that they have right now to 70% post this stake sale. The lock-in for the residual stake is about 120 days, and the sole banker to this deal is Citigroup. Now, sources also tell CNBC-TV18 that Craftsman Automation has launched a QIP. So, indicative price is about 4,400 per share, which is at a discount of 7.7% to yesterday's closing price, but only 0.6% discount to SEBI floor price. The issue size is about 1,200 crore, and the sole BRLM or the book running lead manager is Access Capital to this issue. Back to you.
Okay, well, let's go back to Nimesh. He's also going to talk about Sansera Engineering and why you should be watching that one. Nimesh, over to you.
Well, Sonia, it was part of my deal street chatter yesterday only, and now there is a large block. So it's a clean out trade, so to speak. A strategic investor, venture capitalist, combined are looking to sell 11.6% stake in Sansera via block deal today. The indicative price is between 1151 to 1211, which means up to 5% discount. My sense is this might happen in the block window, so there will be not much discount, and there is a very strong demand as well. So if the execution is in the block window, I expect the stock to react and in the green, and that's the reason why even Sansera will be in focus today.
Okay, so a lot of stocks on the back of potential block deals. Thanks for that, Nimesh. And that's in the Vodafone one, in the Indus Tower, Vodafone. That's a massive one, 1.8 billion potential size. Talks about the depth that our market has reached. Vivek is joining in. He's looking out for a bunch of stocks as well. Vivek, morning. Which ones are these?
Good morning. Keeping in trend, it's going to be another set of block deals of fundraisers. So the first one on the radar is Gland Pharma, largely along expected lines. Fosun Pharma, the promoter entity, is looking to sell up to 5% stake in this particular company. Again, via a block deal today, we access the term sheet. The floor price for this particular block deal is 1,750 rupees a share, almost a 5% discount to yesterday's close. The offer size is over 1,430 crore. The next stock on the radar will be Prestige Estates. Now, there are two separate sets of news that the company has updated the exchanges yesterday. Number one, there's going to be a board meeting on June 21st. So the first thing, agenda as far as the board meeting is concerned, is that the company is going to consider a fundraise. This is either via a QIP or a rights issue or a preferential issue. So they will be taking the nod for that. Separately, along expected lines, last week we had reported that the company would be looking and going ahead to launch the IPO as far as the hospitality segment is concerned. So that is also something that the board will be deliberating upon in the June 21st meet. The third stock on the radar is Amy Organics. Over here, the company is looking to raise up to 400 crore. Now, this particular fundraise is via the QIP route. dilution of almost 8.6%, given the fact that the indicative floor price is almost 1,240 rupees a share, a little over 5% discount to yesterday's close. The company will be using the funds, number one, for debt repayment, capex for a captive solar project that the company is intending to set up, and the third would be general corporate purposes. And the last two stocks that will be on the radar are two block deals that happened in yesterday's trading session. So the first one is Amber Enterprises, Ascent Investment Holding, that held a little over 5.7% stake at the end of the previous quarter, sold 1.5% stake at 4,003 rupees a share. And Kalpataru project, quite a large block deal over there. Yesterday, the promoter entity Kalpataru Constructions paid almost 87 lakh shares in yesterday's block trade, and it was a custody bank of Japan, that is Amundi Small Cap India Fund, that picked up a portion of this particular block deal.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. Well, let's do a quick recap then of all the top stocks that we just highlighted for you. 5 apiece, 5 with positive news flow and 5 with negative. Positive news flow stocks, well, they include Indus, Vodafone Idea, Sansera Engineering, Craftsman Automation and Prestige Estates. But on the flip side, the ones reacting to negative news flow include ZF Commercial, Gland Pharma, Amy Organics, Amber Enterprises and Kalpataru Projects.